breakfast this morning. We're starting off with beans, means, Heinz. Breakfast is going to be the hardest one because I am a sweet breakfast girl. I like a pancake, I like a waffle, I like a cereal. I don't like beans for breakfast, but these have Richmond pork sausages in, so hopefully full up. And then I'm going to have a little side fruit salad. We used to have these all the time as a kid, but actually really what fruit is in there? It says 5 fruit mix. I don't believe that. Okay, this is the fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. I so badly want these beans on a nice bit of like buttery toasted bread. Beans, fruit salad. Mr. Greg also has them, but he's got them with lovely toast.
You're not allowed toast.
It's not from a tin.
Oh, heck. You can get tin bread.
Can you?
I don't know.
Oh, I was going to make some this week. I was going to make bread and put it in a tin. Does that... Bending the rules? Round tin... Well, you used to be able to. That's the thing. A lot of these tin things you can't buy anymore. Heinz used to have tin dessert. Like steamed, delicious, gorgeous. Apparently stopped doing it and it caused an uproar.
Did it?
Yeah.
That's the tinned community.
So I'm going to attempt to make my own tin dessert because if it's one thing about Grack, she needs a sweet treat. And I don't love rice pudding. I have bought some, like chocolate rice pudding as well, to see. And there's a sticky toffee rice pudding.
Oh, yum.
I wonder if I can bake that. I haven't tried a sausage yet. They're very insipid.
They're pale.
They're so pale. Sausages shouldn't be this pale.
And they have a similar mouthfeel to the beans.
The beans. Why do they taste like that? Beans done. Now onto my little fruit salad. So nostalgic to me.
I've tried them. I just
literally feels like I'm sat on the bench at mum and dad's house. It is a little bit later now, and as you can imagine, it is lunchtime. So we're having a favourite soup. I flipping love soup. I thought with this video I should try out lots of different supermarkets. So I have got some bits from M&S, I've got some bits from Aldi, Lidl, Sainsbury's, Tesco, literally all the different supermarkets. But I think this is going to be a winner because, I mean, how can you go wrong with chunky vegetable soup? This looks great. I mean, there's full-on veggies in there, but will it taste great? Also, I'm quite a connoisseur of soup. I've tried a lot in my time. There's loads in here. There are so many different vegetables. What the heck? Also, I feel like everyone badmouths sort of tins and pre-done things. But in here, it's water, tomato puree, carrot, peas, onion. Oh, there's a little bit of modified maize starch, red bell pepper, swede. Oh, there is sugar. Sweet corn, lima bean, rapeseed oil, salt, yeast extract flavouring. Okay, it's not awful. It's not UPF free, but it's kind of UPF free. It's basically there. Let's do a taste test. Okay, it's not the best soup I've ever had, but it's fine. It's like a fine soup. I feel like today's been kind of cop out because they're things that I would normally have. Baked beans, soup, what's not to love. But for dinner, I'm a little bit apprehensive and I don't know why, because it's just food. Like if you look at the ingredients, if I were to read this out, cooked chicken, tomato puree, onions, yogurt, rapeseed oil, coriander leaf, ground spices, garlic, a little bit of sugar. I'm having one of these full-blown meals. Now I've heard that these meals in a tin from M&S are actually really good. So we've gone tonight for the chicken tikka masala. So I'm going to heat this up. It says spoon over pilau rice with coriander, but I couldn't find any rice in a can, in a tin, however you want to call it. So that's a bit of a shame. But it says it serves 2, so instead of the rice, I'm just going to have a whole tin of it because that's more filling. It is so flipping nice not having to, like there's barely anything to clean up. I'm heating everything in the microwave because it just says you can heat it in the microwave, so that's what I'm going for, and it's great, it really is. It's so nice just crack open a cold can. I am so enjoying. This smells good, you know? Stop. Hang on, let's pop her open. That smells unbelievable. Oh my gosh, I'm absolutely buzzed for this one. I feel like we might have just uncovered a secret world I mean, does everyone know about this? This literally smells like there's not one. The other ones have all kind of had like a tinned dog food smell. Whereas this is looking real nice. This doesn't look that great, but it smells fantastic. I can really smell all the herbs and spices and like it's proper full on bits of chicken. I am so buzzed for this. This looks like such a win. I feel like if someone presented, say I went to someone's house and they presented this to me, I'd be like, yes, absolutely. Hot. That flavour, unbelievable. M&S, you are definitely winning this right now because this tastes amazing. I thought the chicken was going to be super dry. That is unreal. Okay, it's a tiny bit dry, but it just falls apart. I need to get a few of these cans to keep in the cupboard for emergencies. You know, I've got nothing for dinner, no space in the fridge, blah, blah, blah. This is amazing. I do feel like it might make my bum like the Japanese flag. You know, you can just tell with the curry. But worth it. Everyone, it is day 2 of eating canned foods. I actually feel really good. I am quite excited for today because after that chicken tikka curry, it kept me full. I feel wonderful. I feel like a new woman, and I just feel if any of the meals to go today are like that chicken tikka one, I can't remember if I bought any more M&S ones, but I flipping hope I did because it was delicious. Now this morning, I'm in the mood for something sweet. I feel like the idea of having a savoury tin, it's already gone a bit stale and we've only had 3 meals. So I'm going to try something different. Now, this is semolina. I actually have no clue what semolina tastes like. In my head, this could be like a rice pudding or like oats or something. So I'm going to have this heated up with some of the fruit cocktail because I have so many tins of those because I just knew that would be like a safe option to just spruce a meal up with. Again, it says it's 1 serving size, but I'm a hungry gal, okay? I'm just a hungry gal, so I think I'm going to have the full serving size. And I'm not having snacks, which is unheard of because I am a snacker. So, hang on a second. I wish you saw that. It literally just plopped out in one whole... This is not what I was expecting it to look like. Okay, this is what it looks like once it's cooked. It kind of looks a little bit like fudgy in colour and stuff, and I'm going to top it off with some fruit. I'm having a bit of a later breakfast today whilst the baby naps, and it's quite nice to take the time for myself. I am so intrigued what it's going to taste like. I literally have no clue. That's not bad. That's quite comforting. It really reminds me of something. That's really familiar flavour. I think it does remind me of the flavour of rice pudding, but it's a much better texture. I prefer this to rice pudding because it's smooth. It's a smooth operator. This is a win for me. Absolutely buzzed. It is time for lunch and I've got my bag of tins and I am going to see. I have some ideas for slightly more exciting meals later on in the week. Got another M&S one. I'm going to save that because I enjoyed it so much and I believe that that's going to be delicious. Now I've got... What's the best is when they have a ring pull. Because not all the cans have a ring pull. Some of them you have to get a can opener out for. And I think this is the optimum laziness. For lunch today, I'm actually going to have one of my favourites. I'm still quite full from that semolina. Feels like it's really sitting in the bowel of my gut. So I'm just going to go for something light. This cream of chicken soup, which I've had before, and I know I like it. Honestly, M&S in their cans, kind of popping off. I'm not going to stand here and pretend that I'm excited for my dinner tonight. I've got this chili con carne. This one's from Aldi. But my belly just feels weird. It feels like... It's kind of how I imagine seasickness to feel. It just feels a bit unsettled. Not like movements, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. But sort of like... I think it's the texture of it. Is this okay? I don't know what's going on there. Just also not like in the mood for this flavour. But all the other things, I feel like I should save it for later on in the week when I'm really sick and tired of tinned food. You could zhuzh this up. This is the thing with all these tin meals. They're actually not bad on their own. But you could really zhuzh them up by like having some sour cream, some coriander. But I feel like that would be cheating because I'm only eating tinned food. This actually looks pretty good. I think we've also got 2 different types of beans in here. We've got a kidney bean. You see this guy? Hello. And then we've also got, I think these are borlotti beans. So far, this has been a lot easier than I anticipated. Not gonna lie. Fine. Tastes like autumn. Tastes like autumn. And for dessert, I'm gonna settle down and have a pot of fruit salad because your girl needs something sweet. Tomorrow, guys, I'm gonna have to. It's only been 2 days. It feels like a flipping lifetime. I'm gonna need something. I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna need texture. Some sweet. Good morning, everyone. Day 3 of tins, and your girl wants. I want some food of substance. I feel like I'm on a liquid-only diet, which is weird because I'm not. I am eating things with substance, but texturally, I'm not. For breakfast today, we've got. This is a bit of a rogue breakfast. I told you I'm struggling on the breakfast front, and I am trying to think how I could get creative. Like, if you look online, on Pinterest, there are so many creative how to cook in cans. So many. But I feel like it's cheating. Like, I have to have the proper canned stuff. But I am going to throw it in and I'm going to make a snack because your girl needs a snack, okay? But we're going to have this sticky toffee flavoured rice pudding for our brekkie, which sounds really fun. And it says it's delicious hot or cold. Only problem is, I don't love the texture of rice pudding. And I thought, whoa, guys, why am I giving myself extra washing up when it literally says you can just eat it from the can? So, although this feels really weird to eat from the can. Sticky toffee pudding. Actually, if I don't like this, then my husband can't eat it. And he loves sticky toffee pudding, favourite, rice pudding, favourite. I'm going to put this in the bowl. Okay, fine, I am. I'm going to have a side of pitted prunes. Not a fruit that I would normally go for, but I just thought we should have some like traditional tinned fruits. And I actually don't think I've had a prune since I was an infant. My mum used to be big on the prunes when I was young. See, I really want to try baking this and making it like little granola clumps. I actually really like that. Oh, I think I like a prune. Something nice about it. I don't know what it is, but I quite like it. Feel good you are. Okay, let's try this sticky toffee flavoured rice pudding. It's actually not bad. It's not my favourite thing I've ever devoured. It's not the worst thing. And it goes quite well with the prunes. I have made my classic brownie batter. I've actually put walnuts in it. And I am going to bake it in these tins. Now, I actually think Frances Quinn, the baker of all bakers, she has a cake recipe that you make in a tin. But I've read online that some tins you have to be careful with because they are not okay to be baked or something. I don't know. And again, there are so many recipes for like tin baking online. So I feel like I should try some other recipes. Maybe we've opened up a whole can of worms, if you pardon the pun. Okay, they are in the oven. We'll see how they go. I've also portioned out these, which are the sticky toffee rice pudding, and I'm hoping that I can make a little cookie with them. It's been 15 minutes and I'm so intrigued what they'll be looking like in there. Oh, I think they're done. Okay, obviously they'll bake for less amount of time because they're done. Right, look at it, so cute. I'm not gonna be able to wait for these to cool. I'm literally not gonna be able to wait for them to cool because I just need it. Like, I need it right now. I'm gonna turn it out. This has worked so flippin' well. It's ooey and gooey. Stop it. No, I think this might be my favourite thing this week. What's not to like is literally just brownie. Do you know what? Sometimes you just got to get creative. You've got to create. This is brownie that I'm eating from a tin. I literally love it. I'm just getting the cookies out and it's safe to say they have not worked.
They look like little sneezers.
Yeah, they do. They do. Penicillin was made by accident. And that was an accident, but that has not worked, so Shame. Right, guys, it is a bit later and I'm forward planning, okay? I want bread. I need bread. And they used to, back in the day, apparently have canned bread, but apparently it's not a thing anymore. So I've made a dough here and I am going to try, I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try and bake it in the cans. It was actually really hard to get them in the tins, but they're in. Make sure there's no like plastic or white on there because that's where obviously the toxins will leach from. So you just want them to be pure metal. And I've oiled them and we're gonna leave them to rise for 30 minutes. This is what the bread rolls are now looking like and I'm gonna put them in the oven. I don't think you know how, oh my word, look at this. Can you see how much this flipping bread has puffed up? I don't think you know how excited I am. I feel like I've really unearthed a whole world cooking in cans. Oh my word, they look perfect! To go with the bread rolls, I have some Ye Old Oak hot dogs. There are 8 hot dogs in here and I have big plans for this can because I'm doing myself a hot dog for lunch and dinner. And tomorrow I'm going to attempt a toad in the hole in the can. So proud of my little hot buns! Oh, I'm so apprehensive. I just don't think they're going to turn out. Oh no! Okay. Why is it not coming out? I don't understand. I think it's the bottom. I think... No! Oh no. They're not coming out! Okay, my great plan. We're so close, come on! Oh my gosh, it worked! We have not had much success in getting these out, but it's still bread and it tastes delicious, absolutely delicious, because I mean, it's homemade fresh bread. This one I don't even know how to tackle this guy. I'm gonna make myself a wee little hot dog. It actually does say that you can have them hot or cold, so maybe for now I'm gonna have it cold. I wish I could have like ketchup, caramelized onions. I couldn't find any onions in a can. This is a funny little... Okay, here goes. That's great. That is banging. I feel like everything else just slipped right down the gullet. Oh my gosh, I'm having a great time. I feel like there are so many things that I feel like I could try now. This one came out so well. It literally looks amazing. It's like a little can of bread. I am so happy. Good morning, everybody. We're on day 4 of tinned life. I am getting out some of the prunes that I didn't eat yesterday. And I've got my bread. So I'm feeling very excited to not have something mushy for my breakfast. Very, very excited. This would be quite nice actually, considering I found a sort of a love of prunes. Didn't see that on my horizon, but anything is possible in this day and age, do you know what I mean? I'm most obsessed with this one that looks like an actual can. Here it is. I'm just going to do a quick little taste test because then I need to do baby's breakfast. It's not bad. They kind of taste a little bit like licorice, don't they? So, breakfast for mummy. She'll make you breakfast. The baby is in theory napping. You never know how long it's going to last. So I'm going to capitalise and I'm actually going to make breakfast for tomorrow and a dessert for tonight. I'm a fickle lover of crumble, okay? I sometimes like crumble, I sometimes don't. But I thought we could do crumble in a tin using fruit from a tin. You can get pears, peaches, apples, all sorts of fruits, as we've established. Now, I do have peaches, which feels weird to have like a peach crumble. I don't know how I feel about that, but we're going to give it a whack and see how it goes. I've pre-made my little crumble mixture here, and also this is great because I'm the author of my destiny, so I can just put a thick wad of crumble on, and that's what I like personally. Again, don't know if this is a little bit of maybe cheating the system, but you've got to think harder, not smarter. That's what I think. So I'm literally just gonna, also I'm so excited because this is literally just gonna be half crumble, which I flipping love crumble. I feel like this is gonna be such, I don't know, I could even top it with tinned custard. Unagi. Ooh, nagi. This is great. This is gonna literally be half crumble. This is what they look like. Into the oven they go. Whilst our crumble is in the oven, I'm gonna have this. Now this is pushing the realms for sure of tinned, potentially, because it's, I mean, what is the, actually I'm gonna look at what the definition of a tin is. It said that tinned food is food preserved in tins to make it have a longer shelf life, which is what this is. This is a tuna pasta salad in a French dressing for on the go. I actually remember a friend at school used to have this all the time. And I was always so intrigued what it would taste like. It's got olives in it, which is a bit of me, and it's like pasta, remove full and eat directly from the dish. So let's give this a whack for our lunch. It looks pretty good actually, although I'm not spying any olives. Pasta, real food. That's good, you know? Just like a tuna pasta salad. I'm so pleasantly surprised by this week. I thought this week was going to be one of the hardest challenges I've done, because I just didn't imagine there being that much canned food, but there is. That's worked an absolute charm. Thank you very much. But I'm going to save it for my dessert. For dinner tonight, I'm going to make toad in the hole with crispy new potatoes. Hopefully that's going to work. And I'm actually going to make dessert for tomorrow because it needs to it takes 8 hours. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but basically you take a can of condensed milk and you cook it in a slow cooker, kind of like how you would obviously make caramel from it. And I could do it over a pan of boiling water, but I want to see if it works in the slow cooker because obviously that's a lot easier than having to like have boiling water cooking for ages. Hang on, I just had a thought. I could cook some of the extra batter mix, because obviously batter is basically pancake mix I'm going to make for the toad in the hole, and I could have like a Dutch baby pancake cooked in the can with the caramel that I'm about to make. Or even I could just have it with condensed milk. I'm a genius. And I'll see you in 8 hours. It's a little bit later. The slow cooker is still working on it. Doesn't look like much has happened, but I suppose it is a slow cooker, so not much is going to look like it's happened. I'm currently making the pancake batter for our tinned toad in the hole, which I suppose if this works, this would be great for like camping or something. Obviously we have our wieners from yesterday, so I'm going to add those to the oil. Then the key to a good toad in the hole is making sure that you get your oil super hot. Some new potatoes, but I don't actually like just plain old boiled potatoes. So I had a little genius idea that I could crisp them up in the oven. You could do like a potato salad. The thing is, obviously, I don't have tinned mayo or anything like that to make it. I don't think you can get tinned mayo. You can get tinned eggs, you can get jarred eggs. We're gonna pour our batter in. Oh no, it didn't sizzle. Oh no, I like it when it sizzles. Also, you know I said when you shouldn't be cooking this in the oven. It's when it has this like PVC plasticky coating on. Look at these potatoes. They are getting so gorgeous and crispy. Oh my word, I'm so excited. I might have put a little bit too much oil in there, but they have risen, although I'm just on the kiss of death by opening the oven. But something smelled like it was burning, so I'm excited. Guys, they worked! I am literally so ecstatic. They look incredible. And look at these crispy potatoes. I should have bought a tin of peas. I believe I would call this a roaring success. I might have to eat it straight from the tub though, because I don't know if it's gonna come out okay or not. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited! Cut a potato. On the outside, they've gone really gorgeous and like blistered, but look at that, stunning. Okay, now I'm gonna try some of this. I'm trying it in here because it's so loud next door. Let's get a bit of the Frankfurter, a little bit of the Yorkie pud on the track. And they shouldn't have a bad word to say. Also, side note, but putting these Frankfurters in the oven was such a shout. They're really good crispy. It's getting there. It's taken a while, but if you mix it from underneath, it is getting there. And then potentially it could become like a little sweet. So I don't know if I should have left it potentially for longer, but oh, it's kind of like jelly. Oh, maybe I should have. It's like a creme caramel. Morning has broken like the first dawn. It is the last morning, day 5, baby, of eating tin food. And I've got my Crimble Crumble here, which, oh, pants, it's just powdered all over me. I think that there are worse breakfasts to be having, but a peach crumble, basically predominantly just crumble, that is so flipping good. Crumbles are a great breakfast food because you got the fruit, you got the butter, oats. I don't know why we don't have breakfast crumbles more. It's time to see if this caramel has worked. This is the texture. We might have something here, guys. They don't look the prettiest, but it works. On the front door. That's delectable. I mean, this is basically what they use in like a banoffee pie and loads of other recipes, but the fact that I just had to slow cook, this is delicious. It is lunchtime. I have the last toad in the hole. Sorry, but genius. This is actually genius. I'm not going to heat it up because then it goes really flubbery, whereas cold is quite nice. And then I've got the leftover potatoes. So, not really to complain. Honestly, these potatoes, can we just... Look how flipping crispy that is. I wish I'd have had time to do the Dutch baby. It's time for dinner, but I actually have so many tins that I was really excited to try, and I didn't get to try. Beef bolognese, lovely. And especially after how good that chicken tikka was from M&S. I've always wanted to try tinned ham. Got that. Then we've got, I've never had a Fray Bentos tinned thing. And what else was I really excited about? Oh, we've also got the chunky chicken, like pie filling, chocolate custard. There are so many things that we still I'm yet to try them. Tonight's last meal, we're going to be having macaroni cheese. It smells like a good mac and cheese. I feel like there's nothing to complain about here. Mac and cheese looks like. That's delicious. Have I been sleeping on tinned foods? Absolutely, I'm shocked by how much I've enjoyed this. I thought it was going to be more of a challenge than it's been. And go and try some new canned food because I think you might be pleasantly surprised. If there's any other challenges, any other things you want me to do, comment them down below. I love you all so much. And did you know it's actually free to subscribe? It doesn't cost you a penny. You can just press subscribe if you enjoyed this video and then you don't have to miss a single one from me. And it just helps me out, shows me support. I love you all loads. Have a cracking week. Peace out, punks!